And today I'm going to introduce you to Joseph Raczka. He is a note investor, more like owner finance, seller finance, but I'll let him explain because I don't want to make, get anything wrong. So Joseph, kind of give you a little bit of history and do what you do now.
Yeah, for sure. I got started in real estate, kind of chasing the wholesale dream. I was working for a wholesaler in Cleveland and, kind of struck out with that. I mean, it's not really investing in real estate. So I was looking for something to get into long term. And, rental properties are a great thing, but, you got to stay on top of them. And it's kind of tough to manage them. They also have a lot of expenses. So if you don't have that high income, dealing with rental properties can be tough because you have unexpected expenses. They got to put a new roof on, there's 5 grand, 10 grand, something like that. So, I learned most of my stuff from Mitch Steven. I don't know if any of you guys follow him, but he's pretty prestigious. Yeah, he's pretty prestigious investor and down in Texas there. So, I read all of his books, in like one weekend, and I was like, all right, this is where I'm going to do it. So, I went out and did my first seller finance deal. I never bought his course. I just went out. Yeah, I just kind of went out and did it based off him. I mean, it is that easy. The only thing is you just got to make sure that your state, you're Dodd-Frank compliant. So right now, I mean, just to tell you in short, I go out and find smaller properties in smaller markets where there's less competition. And I'll buy those properties and then I'll resell them to a seller finance, usually to like a blue collar couple who, maybe they don't have perfect finances, as blue collar people normally don't, but they are credit worthy, they are responsible, and they're very handy to fix up their house and take care of it. And that's kind of how we do those deals. So the reason why we invest in smaller markets is because there's less competition, prices are lower. You can go down to Louisville and you could see a property worth 100,000, and you could find that same property worth 20,000 in the middle of Indiana, some small town. Property's just as livable and it's just as nice. It's just a smaller market with less competition. So that's the gist of what we do. And now, I partner with private lenders who typically right now we're doing about 12% APR return on their investment. And, we might do 1 or 2 points, and that APR fluctuates depending on the deal. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what we do right now. So.
Awesome. Well, we'll jump into the next question then. Based on that, who you're looking for, who can you connect? I think I already know, but I'll let you, ask for that.
Yeah.
Share who you're looking to connect and who can you help?
For sure. I mean, I'm always looking for, people who kind of want to, hedge their bets or vest a little bit. I think the best way I can explain it is, if you're a big time investor who's got a lot of money, if you got like $500,000 to invest, I'm not going to be a good fit for you. You're gonna want to put that in an apartment complex. You're gonna want to do something like that. But if you're somebody who's got most of his money in a 401k, something like that, and you just want to get started, maybe in the private lending business, or even if you're just like a first time investor and you want to partner with somebody, I'm open to doing that. I have done that in the past. Someone who kind of wants to learn the business a little bit. So, I mean, like the properties I invest in, typically the range is going to be right now in this market, it's going to be like 30,000 to 50,000. Used to be 20,000 to 40,000. It's gone up a little bit. Right. But even with that, I mean, if we have a great connection and we want to partner on a deal, and, I might even put a little of my own capital in the deal to hedge against that with the rise in property. So if someone's got like 20,000, or even if they want to, I have people who they'll take lines of credit like against their house, or let's say they'll take out a second mortgage, at 3%, and then they'll invest it with me at 12%. And, I mean, they're golden, right? So we do that as well. So just looking for basically smaller people who are looking to invest a little bit more money, maybe even leveraged money, and even new time investors who kind of want to learn the business and learn what I do.
Awesome. So as you heard, if you're not that, accredited investor, but you still want to do real estate investing and you don't want to do everything hands-on, so reach out to Joseph, maybe either, as a passive, or maybe you want to learn with them if there's a good synergy. So reach out to him. I'll be posting whatever, information I have for Joseph, so you can reach out to him. If you're seeing it on LinkedIn, obviously you can reach out to LinkedIn, but YouTube or Instagram, I'll post some, links that you can reach out to him. So awesome, Joseph. Well, you're doing really good with this business, obviously. So what inspires you to get up and do what you do every day?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's, I think that's one of our more top like complicated questions. Like, um, I think most people out there, like I live in the States. I'm down in Louisville, just for reference, and I've always lived in the States. I've had a really good life, but I think like my generation in general is always kind of looking for the success and personal development growth, so that they can like drive a fancy car, so that they have a boss that doesn't tell them what to do all day. You know, all these like kind of more or less selfish reasons. And I'm not saying I'm not prone to that, because we all like have that pride element, but that really isn't going to drive you to get up out of bed in the morning. Like having a nicer car, having a nicer house, stuff like that. That's all like really like silly, like trivial type stuff. So, um, I try to donate as much money as I can to different charities that usually are like based in foreign countries where the quality of living is very low. So my personal favorite charity of mine is Cross Catholic Outreach. So, I'm a Catholic. It's my religion. So, but they have a lot of charities that are really effective in helping poor developing countries, and just smaller missions. And the reason why I like Cross Catholic Outreach is because they actually break down the financials. There's a lot of fraud, unfortunately, with organizations kind of with that type of thing, but they have a very clear cut financials that break it down, and you really realize that even if you're only doing a little bit. I'm not super prestigious guy by any stretch of the imagination in that realm. But even a few $100s a month, like even if you only got a little bit of money, it goes a long way in those foreign countries, because the foreign exchange rate, everything like that. And I think that's like really the biggest thing. Like, I have a good life, and like I don't need anything more. Like, I got a nice apartment, I got my car, I got my sports bike, I got all that stuff. Like I don't need more. But I always kind of ask myself, like, I'm a competitive guy. I'm like, how much more can I do? How much more can I help people? So that's the biggest reason that I get out of bed in the morning. I think if more people adapt that, that's they're going to be happier too, because like after you do that, you're kind of like, you're kind of happy, like the car, the house, the whatever is only going to make you happy for so long. But um, so that's yeah, I think that's my reason for getting out of bed in the morning.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great inspiration indeed. Yeah. But when you think of others, yeah, it inspires you definitely. Awesome. Well, with that, you're having great success in what you're doing right now. And you didn't even mention your podcast. You do also podcasts.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you've learned a lot. So what is the one tip you can share that has helped you, business or personal wise, that can help others?
Yeah, I mean, I think that kind of goes back to you probably can't read it, but like up there on the wall, I got a saying. It says, "God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble." Um, I think me personally, I think that is like the wisest thing. And what I mean by that is just like overall in business and in life, like whenever, like, I mean, me being a guy, I think guys are more prone to pride than women. Just me personally, I just think we're like that. But I think whenever like things go wrong, it's normally because of your pride. Like I can't make a mistake. Let me go buy this property, and you can make mistakes, right? You have a deal that doesn't work out. You start to become full of yourself instead of relying on other people, because I mean real estate, it's a team game. I mean anything in life is really a team game.
Yes.
We see it all the time with business people, right? They start thinking that they're better. They start moving away from their significant others and their families, and they start to kind of develop that ego. And I'm the same way. We're all prone to it. So I think it's that whole entire thing of staying humble. I think keeping your head low and staying humble is kind of something. I think that's also another thing that people don't talk about. People kind of always show the flashy, you
Uh-huh.
know, you make it your own way, and your will and everything like that. And there has to be an element of that, but you also have to keep your humility if you can, which I know I make that mistake all the time. So that's why I try to write it down to remember myself, right? Remember.
Awesome. Yeah, no, great tip. Actually, I shared a book, Ego is the Enemy. Perfect
I
timing,
just
by the way.
No way. I mean, I literally just started reading that last night. That is
Wow.
crazy.
I just
Who is it, by Brian Holiday?
Yep, Ryan Holiday.
Yeah,
Yes, I just read it last week and I shared it in LinkedIn, about that book. So awesome, Tim.
it's crazy. Yeah, I just started reading that last night. Yeah, Sherman's not
Awesome.
see. Okay.
There you go. Perfect timing. Awesome. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Joseph, for taking the time. Again, reach out to him. I'll also post his podcast information. So if you want to listen to his podcast,
Yeah, yeah.
great
I'll pop this
information
up on
on
the podcast too. And I mean, if this is on,
everything for Joseph. So please reach
okay.
out to him. If what he says, it makes it sounds great to you and you like to connect to him, all the links are there. Listen to his podcast, get more info. All right. Again, thank you, Joseph.
Hey, thank you, Raju. It was an honor as well as a pleasure.